So in this video, we're going to be talking about the sun in Scorpio in the 5th house and what this means natally. So if you have this placement in your natal chart, then you're in the right place. With that being said, what the sun shows us in a chart is it shows us how our actions are perceived by others. And therefore, this is what comes across to others as like our personality. So unlike the ascendant, which shows us our identity and it shows us our personality to a certain extent, the sun really shows us our constant way of acting and how our actions come across. It's how we shine in the world, and it's also our ego. So it's what motivates our actions because it's what role that we feel that we play or what value that we have to give to others. The sun rules the 5th house and it rules the sign of Leo, which are the house and the sign of value to others, giving value to them. So those signs and house, they rule entertainment, fun, pleasure, dating, romance, as well as gambling and games. Gambling to a certain extent. I feel like the 9th house rules gambling more directly, but the 5th house is about taking social risks. So anyways, it's about confidence and whatnot. So the sun really shows us that. And so when it's in Scorpio, which is about secrets, mystery, desire, and it's about other people's values and how we interact with other people's values, how we either take advantage of their desires and what they want, or how we desire what they have. And it's how we share things and how we're connected to others. That's what Scorpio is about, especially on a one-on-one sense. So not connected with like large groups of people, more like connected to people on an individual basis. So it has a lot to do with relationships to a certain extent. So when the sun is in Scorpio, your ego tends to revolve around the values of others. So like the value that other people place on you. Whereas somebody that has a different sun sign may have intrinsic confidence, or like they may get their confidence from something else. Maybe their routine gives them confidence if they have the sun in Virgo, for example. But in Scorpio, the sun is kind of challenged because Scorpio is a fixed water sign and it is square to Leo, which is a fixed fire sign, and the sun rules Leo. So when it's in Scorpio, it's in the square from its own sign. And squares are about challenges. And that's because the sun likes to be seen. But when it's in Scorpio, there's this ego or this desire that to remain mysterious, or to not reveal everything that you're up to, or not to not reveal any business that may not regard other people. So you have this challenge between remaining secret or being seen. And so sometimes the ego can feel less seen when the sun is in Scorpio. And so that's why it can be a challenging placement. So with that being said, it's in the 5th house. So when the sun is in the 5th house, there is a desire to give value to others. The sun is comfortable in the 5th house. It's in its own house and it does very well. And there's this confidence that comes from this placement. And this drive to provide value to other people. And that's how your personality is motivated, and your actions come across to others as like entertaining, or like they come across as visible to other people, if that makes any sense. Because the 5th house is about performance and being seen, being validated. So when you have the sun here, your ego seeks a lot of validation, or you seek to be number one. You can be competitive at what you do, or you seek to be appreciated. And also people see you, they notice you. So it's a good place for the sun to be. And how you get noticed is Scorpio, by playing on the needs and the desires of others. So in general, if you have the 5th house in Scorpio, the natural ascendant for this placement is Cancer. So Cancer is the sign of providing needs to others or nurturing others. It's the sign of the mother figure. It's the sign that rules family. So it's only natural that they have the 5th house in Scorpio, which indicates that their ego revolves around how much they are needed or how much they feel desired. That's what a mother's ego comes from, by the way, just in general, because astrology tells us this. So with your sun being here in the 5th house, you have this ego that revolves around how desirable that you are to others. And you like to receive validation and attention, or you like to be recognized as somebody that is so needed or so desired. And it gratifies your ego when people tell you that they need you or that they want you. So also, Scorpio is about desire, like I was saying. So, and it's also about mystery. So the way that you get noticed is by the things that you don't say or the things that you don't reveal. So you have like this secretive ego, but that like draws people in. And that's like on a general level. So this placement can be very quite attractive and seductive. And a lot of times both the men and the women that have this placement, they want to be desired by others, or they want to be noticed or recognized, sometimes even for their beauty or their talents or what it is that they have that they can give others, especially non-tangible possessions such as like love, care, or energy or passion. The reason why is because Cancer, the natural sign that has the 5th house in Scorpio, has Leo in the 2nd house. Leo is the sign of the sun. That's why I'm bringing this all up. And the 2nd house is about possessions. So when the 2nd house is in Leo, this is about possessing talents or possessing energy, care, passion, entertainment. So you guys love to entertain people by using their desires, or you guys love to be needed or desired or validated for your beauty, but especially like your intrinsic beauty, like the energy that you give. So like your compassion or your generosity. But it can also be about physical possessions and physical traits that you have. So there's this motivation for validation here, because not only is all of the stuff that I said true about the desire mixed with the 5th house creates like this ego that revolves around being needed, but also Scorpio is the sign of motivation. So in a very simple sense, if we want to sum up this placement, when the sun is in Scorpio, your ego is motivated by 5th house being validated or getting recognition. So you're quite competitive. That's another meaning of this placement, especially when it comes to games, entertainment, sports, even because the 5th house rules sports. Like, you are somebody that wants to beat out the competition, or else your ego gets hurt. So that's just because the sun is there. So anyways, I feel like I covered most of what I wanted to for this placement. If you enjoyed, then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to this channel. And for natal chart readings or inquiries about your placements, check the link in the description to check out my Patreon. I occasionally post videos and content on there. But I also do a free natal chart reading for each one of my subscribers. It's fully private, though. I don't post it publicly. But it just gets sent to you. So if you want a video like this covering your placements and also having your chart on the screen and having like indicators and like all that stuff, then definitely check that out. With that being said, I appreciate you guys watching and supporting the channel in any way that you do. And I will see you guys sometime soon in another video.